What's going on YouTube? It's Got the Knight here, coming at you with yet another video. In today's video, we're going to talk about our games getting harder to run. Our PCs being held back by their console counterparts. Now, the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro are more, well, even the base consoles are more PC-like than ever, using the x86 architecture. But the Xbox One X, PS4 Pro, and the base consoles have the highest, probably the highest installment of hardcore gamers versus a PC. Because if we go over here where it says 35% of Americans are PC gamers, they'll even say, like right here, that they can be social games, because browser games, because games are still games, and you're not tweaking settings to push your GPU limits. Well, hardcore gamers are going to want that aspect. So the hardcore PC gamer, like my own rig down here, granted it is old, it's from 2014, but the sucker still plays games phenomenally. Unless you watched my last stream, then you knew something was messed up, but that's besides the point. Now, with the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X, they do have a very big installment base. Do I think worldwide do they have the biggest installment base? No, I do think a PC actually has the biggest installment base worldwide. In America, I can see it being the consoles having a bigger installment base, even though if you look at charts, the PC is ramping up, just doing a crazy upwards. And it's awesome. PC gaming is great. You can tweak stuff, you can just have a great time. But that still doesn't answer the question. Are games being held back? I don't see them being held back much anymore. I do see in the beginning of this generation, they definitely were being held back due to the fact that programmers and developers had to, these just very underwhelming boxes. The original Xbox One and the PS4 they're not very good. Now the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro are great. Digital Foundry actually did a video, which you guys should go check out after this video, that the PS4 Pro is actually the best 1080p console. And they have many examples on that because it can't do full 4K like a lot of people's PCs can. And they still technically can't do more than 60 FPS. I know Xbox One X does support 120, and I think there's only one game, Rainbow Six Siege. Rainbow Six Siege can. I think it hits like high 100 FPS in not the multiplayer, but like the missions aspect on the Xbox. Comment down below if you know more about that. I didn't look too much into it. I have the game just for it. You can tell it's a little smoother and whatever, but it's only at 1440p and 1080p that you can do that. Now, another big reveal, is Cyberpunk's 2077. The tech demo was outstanding at E3. Now, let's be real. At E3, they were definitely using a PC. That shows that they're not being held back. That game looked gorgeous. Keanu Reeves, man, fucker looks like a badass in that game. He looks like a badass in real life. The game is not going to be held back by the consoles. The developers, I think, are getting smarter when it comes to stuff like this and making it where, yes, they can make it for the console and not have any of that tweakability, but still branch off because the consoles are based off the x86 platform, or architecture, and bring it to a PC where you have hundreds of combinations of hardware, where you have Intel with an AMD graphics card, Intel with an NVIDIA, AMD with an NVIDIA, AMD with an AMD card, or here soon, Intel with an Intel graphics card, AMD with an AMD graphics card, or AMD with an Intel graphics card. Like, that's crazy. The amount of stuff that is out there is just unreal. So they can just copy the Xboxes, bring it to a PC side, do some tweaking, give you some levels of graphics you can do. So I don't think they're getting harder to run unless your processor is an old processor. Then I can see that because there's a lot of games out there that are heavily multi-threaded games. I think this article goes into it about one of them. One being the, what was it, Battlefield 5. If you have anything less than 8 cores, it just pegs them. I personally have never played Battlefield 5 yet, and I still rocking an i7-4790K, which is a 4-core 8-thread CPU that I'm running at 4.6 gigahertz. You know, gaming-wise, my CPU isn't under that much stress, and it does very, very well. Now, once I start streaming and stuff like that into it now, because one, I don't have my streaming settings and all my computer settings correct, so my streaming sucks. But when I'm not streaming, I'm perfectly fine. But what do you guys think? Are consoles still holding back PCs? I don't really believe that they are anymore. I do believe developers are getting very, very smart, very creative with how they make their games. I want to know your thoughts down in the comments down below. Make sure you like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you dislike it, subscribe if you're new, guys. So this is Guth the Knight, signing out.